In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the rear wheel bearing on your Nissan Altima, located behind the wheel. Take your 5 21mm lug nuts off. Remove the rear wheel. Using a 19mm socket, we're going to remove the 2 caliper bracket bolts. Using a flat blade screwdriver, I'm going to remove the caliper from the rotor and put it up out of the way, somewhere where there's going to be no pressure on the brake line. Remove the rotor. Remove the plastic cover off the back. Using a 17mm socket, remove the 4 wheel bearing bolts. You can either leave the ABS sensor in or take it out. Ours is seized in there, and it's just going to break if I try to get it out. So we're going to leave it in there while we very carefully take this wheel bearing out, trying not to hit it at all. To remove the wheel hub out of the knuckle, I'm going to be using an air hammer behind the drum brakes, hitting on the side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist, and then we're going to push it out. If you're not using an air hammer, you could use a slide hammer, put it on here, and pull it out this way. Using a wire wheel, I'm going to clean up inside of here. You could use a wire brush as well. We're going to be very careful, since we didn't take our ABS sensor out, to not hit this at all. And then once we're done cleaning, we're also going to clean off the ABS sensor. Before installing the new bearing, I like to just put a nice skim coat of anti-seize around it, just to prevent the corrosion in between the two metals. There's only one way this bearing can go in. Line up the holes, and then start your bolts going through the other side. Once you have your bolts started by hand, snug them down. We're going to torque the wheel bearing bolts to 65 foot-pounds. When tightening these, I'm going to go in a cross pattern to make sure it sits square. I like to spray a little bit of anti-seize on the hub when it's new, and then reinstall the rotor. Grab your caliper bracket assembly. Reinstall it onto the rotor. Install the caliper bracket bolts. Torque the caliper bolts to 62 foot-pounds. Reinstall the plastic cap. Reinstall the wheel. Make sure the hubcap is on, because it does get held down by these lug nuts. Tighten them down. Be sure to go in a star pattern so the wheel sits square. Torque your wheels in a star pattern to 83 foot-pounds.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.